or a photo album. It just depends.
So when they, oh, okay. Oh, so okay, that makes good sense. So you give them like a bunch of pictures and,
Yeah, or like they'll get a video.
Cool. Oh, that's a good idea. Now, what kind of video would you do?
It really depends. It can vary from like the hardcore end to like something really silly and light. Like I have a theme song in my chat room. It's so corny.
You have a theme song?
Oh,
like
yeah.
You play it every time?
Yeah, it's so corny, but everybody like, okay, she's about to play. It's the corniest song. I'm like so embarrassed to say, and I will like play it. Okay.
Play it.
It's one of the Barney songs, Apples and Bananas, and I'll sing the whole song, and everyone's like, yeah, like typing, yeah. And so I know when one of my members went to pay like $200 for me to sing the song, making a video and dancing, singing the song.
Oh my God,
so,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have someone, Chris here says he's seen a lot of webcams and a lot of newbies. I've seen most women start out demurely, and after some time, weeks maybe, most seem to go hardcore. I wonder if that's like, what do you think? Why do you think that?
It goes either way. It literally goes either way. I feel like I've been kind of more consistent. I know with like the more successful models on that site that I'm on, my free cams, they'll start out more hardcore or doing a lot of privates.
And
but once they do their fan base, their fans just love them so much. They literally just log on and they don't even take privates at all.
So they start to like slow down. So they start hardcore
because they don't know. Because you don't know.
And
like,
they're also coming from like a more hardcore webcam world.
No,
right?
like they'll be new and they just don't know because they're naive. They don't know about the cam world. They think you have to do that in order to make a living, and you don't.
You don't. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah, and Staci Rai was telling me that there are some models that, who are on my free cams and some of her friends, and they just dress up in costumes. And so I think for a lot of people now in my field, like coming from the psychological aspect of it, because I have to analyze everything. DJ Ash, hi, thanks for joining our room. I have to analyze everything, but coming from that perspective, I think for a lot of people, especially in like now, you get so wrapped up in work, you get so caught up in success driven, like 9 to 5, the grind, that you don't have time for connections and intimacy. So I think that a lot of these people, it's not just about the sex or the nudity, it's about the connection.
And like having fun. Like I said, my chat room, it's like a little family. It's like a little community, because you have like those same users. And like even those users will like add each other as friends.
I was going to say, do they talk to each other?
Yeah, they'll talk to each other or whatever, or they'll like try to plot behind me, like let's tip her a whole bunch, like at the same time or something like that.
That's really cool.
Even like, and I feel like with that site, because you're not doing a lot of privates or paid per minute, like I know one girl, she's like more of a gamer, so in her chat room she'll play video games. It'll be like she'll have 2 cameras, so like the big screen will be the video, her playing it, and the little screen will be her.
Oh, that'd
like,
be cool.
So like you have like your gamer cam girls, you have your really like sexy lingerie kind of cam girls. There's like you have your gothic cam girls they're like in full goth, and they hit a certain kind of fan base.
Yeah.
So
you
it's
just
very
have to
different.
find,
yeah.
That is so
You have
neat.
to just find your niche.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. DJ Ash, what are we talking about? Okay, so Staci Rai here is a model, and she also does some webcam modeling. And my name is Dr. Yvonka, as you already know probably, but I'm a clinical sexologist. So we're just chatting about what she does in her career and how it works, some of her experience, and we're going to get more into like sex topics and just kind of have fun with it. We're kind of at the beginning of it, so bear with us, just getting some information. I see some women who end up kind of living a life on cam with fans. Do you think that's healthy for the girl? I mean, what do you think?
I think when people think cam model, they don't really think that that's work. And to me, that's like my source of income. That's how I make a living. So you keep work as work and your personal life personal.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will be like, oh, they don't do anything, they're just camming or whatever. But no one's gonna put their personal business. If you're like a professional cam model, you're not gonna put all that out. You're gonna keep those two separate. So like any fan, they wouldn't have any idea what you're going through.
And it's working, you know, and to answer your question,
Work is work.
I think it's fine because you're going to an office, the 9 to 5, which, you know, I'm finding, and I work with a lot of couples, I work with a lot of individuals in my field and on a variety of issues, but one of the most common things I see is the stress, and high levels of stress in the daily interactions. So, you know, personally, I think if you're able to be at home and you're on a cam for 6 hours, 8 hours a day, you know, just at home in your comfortable, safe environment, your own boss, your own schedule, you know, I'm sure there are the downsides to it, but the way I see it, much more productive than going to an office stressing, you know, being yelled at by bosses and unrealistic expectations, not being able to have holidays, no vacations. It's just the way that I think our, you know, world is set up right now for work and career is awful. It's affecting our interpersonal relationships. It's affecting things on all different levels. So I think it could be all right. It just depends on what, you know, to what degree they take it. But just like anything can become addictive, but, you know, who isn't addicted to money these days? Or who doesn't need it? So, yeah, so tell me, okay, so you told me some of your weirdest stories. What has been, like, your best experience?
My best experience?
Or most memorable, yeah.
I don't know. I know when I had like my 1 year cam anniversary, like I did, like so like if you are like camming or whatever and you have like a 1 year cam anniversary or 4 years, I know I had like balloons in my chat room. I had bought a lot of balloons and I did like a lot of, you know, party streaming and stuff like that, and I was just hanging out in my chat room and I made the most amount of money I've ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And a lot of cam models do that.
Yeah,
they'll have even like for their birthday or holidays. I know one cam model I was like in her chat room like 2 weeks ago. She I guess all her fans, they sent her like a whole bunch of gifts off of Amazon and whatever, so she opened all her gifts on her birthday in her chat room, so all her fans and stuff so she would see what she got. Yeah.
Listen, I'm getting
it's a whole
this.
different world. So I'm thinking about doing that. Like, if anybody between like November 25th to December 25th, whatever gifts I get, I'll open them like on cam in front of like on December 26th, and I'll get like a little Christmas tree and put it in the back and put all the gifts like right there in the back.
Oh, that's cute.
And so
that's so neat. I mean, to me it sounds like a dream job, but. Let's see, Chris, you say, I work a job, but I'm not the focus of all the others there. We are all having our own stuff, but on cam, it's everyone focusing on the girl. Yeah, you know, having that much, I always say too much of anything can be a bad thing, but having that much attention, it just depends. There's so many things that can influence it, so many variables, so it can be a good thing, you know, everything within balance. I think if anybody does anything within balance, they're in the safe zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, are you comfortable? Yeah. Are you comfortable talking about like personal sexual experiences or anything like in terms of? Usually, I self-disclose. I'll be like, oh, you know, positions or what's your worst sexual experience, like, you know, anything like that. If not, it's totally fine.
I'm a whole different breed, I guess, when it comes to dating.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah, if you're open to it.
Like ever since I've graduated college, I've only dated millionaires.
Yeah.
So it's hard to.
Well, there's a
date
lot,
somebody
but there's a
different.
lot of women. You know, I mean, you're stunning, you're beautiful, and like if you can hold down a conversation, you know, there's a lot of people who want that because sometimes.
But they've been like sugar daddies.
Yeah,
always.
But that's a huge field, though. I do a lot of work with that. Because a lot of people are trying to get away from, well, not trying to get away, but they end up wanting not to deal with like the stress and stuff from a relationship, you know, a traditional relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
So, I mean, I know, like, I have a blog on Tumblr, and there's a huge sugar baby community.
Yeah.
So, and I know some of these girls, like, personally, you would just be like, you would just question your life, basically, if you know, I can tell you some of their experiences. I know this one girl, guy just got her apartment, and she gets like a $5,000 monthly allowance. And I know for graduation, she got $20,000 for her graduation and a second boob job. And then her new apartment, he gave her another, like this past month, another $20,000.
Wow.
Just
must be nice, but you know that's a huge hot topic though out in like the dating and marriage world, and such a big controversy because people are saying that that's like being a prostitute, and you know I think that that's not. You have housewives, you know. I think to each his own, but you have some women who get married and do the traditional thing. They are housewives. They stay home, you know, they're taken care of. Everything is paid for them, and they're miserable.
Yeah. Here's the difference between, if you want to talk about like, you'll do like, if you want to talk about like escorting, sugar baby, and then spoiled girlfriend.
Yeah.
Escorting, that's like pay per meet. You just meet them, hook up. That's it.
I like that term.
Sugar baby, it's more of a companionship. It doesn't have to be sexual at all. I remember I used to go to London to see this guy, and I slept in the guest room. It was just like he wanted someone just to be there, and
to spend time with, because they're lonely,
and like experience and travel and stuff. And it's just about companionship. And then the whole spoiled girlfriend role is, it's not really an arrangement, but you're just being like spoiled, and you're still getting allowances and stuff.
That one's newer, right? Is that newer, like spoiled girlfriend?
No, that's like been out for ages. Like,
do you mean like spoiled girlfriend, like you're like a girlfriend and you're just spoiled, or is that like a term?
That's like more of a term. Like, you're maybe you as a sugar baby, and then it's escalated more into like a serious relationship.
Yeah, which I think happens a lot too, though, because it is about companionship. I know some
girls that like have married their sugar daddies.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so let's see. Talking about girls who are sponsored. Yes. Well, it depends on what you mean by sponsored, but yes, ultimately, a second boob job. You would only let her get one done. That's cute, Chris. I got that joke. And then the second, so she got one boob job and then the other. And she probably, what did she get?
She wanted to get bigger the second.
She got them bigger. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I hear that a lot too. Like girls get them done and then they're like, oh, I wish I should have went bigger.
Because it's the first time. I've never had.
Yeah, but you have perfect. Like you shouldn't get yours done. Yours are like really well proportioned. Sorry, I'm like checking them out on the screen here, and I know everybody else is. You can like see them in the background. They're very well proportioned. So okay, so we asked that question. Well, it's not just that. And okay, the tokens. You told me about the payment system, so that's tokens. So yeah, that's really cool. Anybody have any questions that anybody want to talk about? Second boob job, yeah. So Periscope is like a total blowout. Okay, I'm gonna hop off Periscope, guys. Thanks for following, but if you want to keep up with the show, head over to Meerkat and follow Dr. Yvonka. So we're just gonna kind of